engine this weekend. It's built by Salina, Kansas by Advanced Engine Machine by the same guy that builds farm trucks motors. It's already a full bolt-on car with poured headers. So, but I had him build the motor. He poured the heads, put a stiffer valve spring in it because I was floating the valves in the burnout box, and went to compression to 8 to 1, and bored at 20 over. Put a port matched the heads to the stock port to the Brett Barber port manifolds that were already on the car. The only thing stock on the engine so far is a throttle body, which I'm going to upgrade to a GT throttle body. It's a restriction I really have on my induction now. I don't know if it will make much difference, but we'll see how it is this weekend before I go do any more changes to the car. But I also did put Melee rods and pistons in it with upgraded wrist pins. It's got ARP hardware on the rod bolts, and put a high volume Melee oil pump in it, so I have a little more just to make sure it doesn't run dry. All new timing chains, all new timing in the motor. Stock valves, they did a 5-angle valve job on. He said there's no real point on these motors to do valves because the heads already flow so well. It has stock cams in it. I could have him make this set of cams for about $2,000. If I decide to do that later, he could. I'm going to see how it runs NA this year, and then I'm on the fence where I'm going to do a Pro Charger or Turbo. Of course, it's got the Steedy intake on it, Borla long tubes, and Catless X pipe with a Speed Daddy catback, which I'm going to change eventually to Borla. Done a huge amount of weight reduction on this car. It weighed 3,400 pounds stock. Now it's now it weighs 3,200 without me in the car. I've lost about 80 pounds so far over last year, so that's going to make a huge difference. Put the BMR tubular K member in it. It's no front sway bar, a tubular bumper in the front, which you can't see. The only thing I had to put back to stock for right now, because I wasn't driving enough, I had to put my regular battery back in. I have a race battery they put in here, which is 16-pound weight savings I normally run. Of course, it's got 47-pound injectors in it, an air motor fuel system, fuel pump. I did a tune for E85, 93, 91, and MS109 race fuel tune, which the only tune I've dialed in right now is from 93, so I'm going to run that this weekend. Eventually, I'll get my race fuel tune dialed in so I can run it, because this car, for some reason, likes the race fuel tune more than the E85. I think mainly because the Sunoco fuel that I run is oxygenated. I'm hoping now that I bump the compression, really take more advantage of the fuel. It's got a 4K stall in it from Circle D, 373 gears, a Downtech drive shaft, a solid transmission mount from Boomba, which is aluminum with the rubber inserts. It's got solid motor mounts, poly diff bushings in it, which really makes the driveline tight for these. The suspension is critical on these for 60 foots. My 60 foot was a 182 last year. I should be down to 1.7s. We're on a Mickey Thompson 275 6015 ET Street R's. I have skinnies for the front that I've got to put on when I get out to the track, which is in the corner of my garage over here. What else was I going to say? Yeah, of course, it has strange struts in the front. It's on covered drag springs. I need to upgrade the rear shocks. The rear shocks right now are Lakewood drag shocks, and they're going to be overpowering right now for them. It's just, and they're about worn out. So I'm going to get those changed this season to strange adjustables, either double adjustables or Viking. I haven't decided yet. And of course, I've got a trans brake from Doug Hatton over here as a relay kit for it. But the car's been, and the funny thing is, I still pull down 34 mile per gallon at cruise at 70 on the highway, which is insane to me. But before you start adding a whole lot of power to these cars, focus on suspension first. You're going to pick up the best gains from your suspension, your gears, your drive shaft, which are almost are necessary mods to take advantage of all the power you're adding to the car. Got to clean the car up bad. Of course, like a carbon fiber hood, which saved 20 pounds itself. All these little weight reduction mods I've done add up big time. I'd like to get the car down to 3,100. I have some other weight reduction mods planned. Seats being one of them, trunk lid. They do make, once I get a different daily, I'm going to do the There's a company that makes a tubular chassis kit for this. It's $800. They cut the front stock frame rails and they weld it in. You can still hang your front fenders on it and your stock bumper, but it's another 70 pounds at the front end of the nose of the car. But at that point, it's not going to be straightable. So that's why I'm waiting to do it. Probably the last thing I'll do to the car. But, unfortunately, nobody comes out to the tracks I race at. It's always, I'm a lone V6. I don't ever see any EcoBoost come out there. I don't ever see any other 37s come out there. And as far as I know, I have the fastest 37 in Kansas City. I'm not running across anybody else that either A, has done a whole lot to their car or races it. So I'm not the only lone one that comes out there. So it's an eye-opener. There's a lot of people that come out to Topeka or out to Wichita or the tracks I go to because they not people mod these. And there's so much potential, which is sad. But the Biltmore cost me about $5,600, which is not too bad for what I had done. It took 5 tungsten slugs to get the rotating assembly balanced. But that being said, I'll have new results hopefully this weekend. I don't have my GoPro right now, so I won't be able to post any videos, which sucks. My girlfriend has it, so I'll be posting new slips and results here this weekend. Talk to y'all later.